Today is a Naadam Day. This year we are celebrating 812th anniversary of the Great Mongolian Empire and 97th anniversary of People's Revolution. Here we are at khuushuur, the horse racing field, one of the three mainly sports of Mongol Naadam. There is a legend about this valley. In the ancient time, when Bogdan decided to relocate the Urga, the capital city of Mongolia, he came across this old man who said that I'm offering golden dahlia and unbreakable fiber and also golden basket to Bogdan. And when Bogdan came to this place, he was amazed by the beauty of this land. What the old man meant was the golden dahlia means Bogdan mountain, and the unbreakable fiber means Tol river, and the golden basket means this valley, khuushuur. So Mongolians are celebrating their horse racing competition in here since 2005. And every year hundreds and thousands of foreigners and Mongolians came to this place to watch the great horse race. So let's meet some of the foreigners and Mongolians to ask them impressions about Mongol Naadam and also Mongolian horse racing.
We are a group of 20 riders from Germany who visit Mongolia.
There's a different thing about Mongolian horse racing is it's cross country, not like a circuit. So it's the youngest today. There are young horses are racing, 3-year-olds. Yeah. The distance is 13 kilometers. Is it like in Germany? Is it long or compared to Germany? Is it long or short?
In Germany, the 2 years old go for a distance of 1 kilometer and 600 meters, and the 3-year-old on 2 kilometers and 400 meters.
So it's Mongolian horse racing is longer.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know about Mongolian history about 13th century about Genghis Khan and the Mongolian army? It was horses were very important. What do you know about that time and Mongolian?
When I was a small girl, I loved Genghis Khan and read all books, and I loved the way they were riding on horseback. And I know much, and that they were up to Europe and from Japan to Europe, and I read many about it.
Okay, so first of all, could you introduce yourself to Mongolians who are watching you at home?
So I'm Jörg from Schönhofen, coming from Germany, living in Münster, and I am a horse rider from my 4th year on, and I very much enjoy being here today and have the chance to see that race over here today. We've been here for a week now, and we've been traveling from Dajangdavat with the car, going to the desert, and then from the desert all the way up to Ulaanbaatar today. And it's a wonderful country. You've got beautiful scenery. We really enjoyed the country and staying here for the last week. And this is our highlight at the end of our journey now.
So, is this the first time you're seeing Mongolian horse racing, and what do you think about horses?
Well, it is the first time that I see Mongolian horse races. The horses are different to our horses in Germany. They're smaller, but they're very strong. So, they are very different to what we ride in Europe. Yeah.
What is the thing that you find the most interesting about Mongolian horse racing?
Well, one very interesting thing is that the children are riding the horses. So this is different to what we usually do. That's probably the main difference between the horse racing here and the horse racing in Europe.
So Mongolian horses are, compared to European horses, are smaller, right? And what are the other characteristics of Mongolian horses compared to European or other horses?
As far as I have seen the horses now here, they're very strong. They're a lot smaller. The neck is a little bit lower than we tend to have the horses with our necks. And that's the main difference really, but they're very strong, you can see that.
So there are 6 age categories in the Mongolian horse racing.
Right.
For the youngest one is 2, and the oldest one is 7. Yeah. Is there a thing like this in Germany in the age categories?
Well, there are different categories in Germany as well. I'm not that much into horse racings, but I think the youngest ones are 3, so I don't think we have the 2-year races in Germany. But then it's going up from year to year. Yeah, that's the same.
So in Mongolian horse racing, the youngest ones race in 11 kilometers in long distance, and all these ones race about 20 kilometers. So how about in your country? Is it like long or? But in Mongolia, it's a cross country, not like a circuit. So
in Germany, you usually have the circus, and it's shorter. It's not 11 kilometers or 20 kilometers, definitely not. I can't tell you exactly the distance, but it's a lot shorter. Yes.
Can you name the 3 mainly sports of Mongolia, Naadam?
It's horse racing, then it's fighting. Not fighting? What do you call it? Ringing, wrestling, and it's bow and arrow. Arching, exactly.
Okay, good
But
job.
I knew the 3 one, but I
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
the right expression.
yeah. This is the first one. So are you going to see other 2?
Tomorrow.
And have you seen the other 2? And what's your expectations?
Well, I haven't seen arching so far. It's not that common in Germany. They do it, and they have it as sport as well. But it's a very small group of people who are doing arching, and the same with the wrestling. So I don't have really any expectations, but I'm looking forward to see it. So to learn about it.
I'm Flora. I come from France. I'm visiting Mongolia.
So, what do you think about Mongolia in general and the Mongolian Naadam?
Mongolia in general is beautiful, nice people, great horses, great countryside. Thank
Like
you.
happy Naadam.
Thank you, Mongolia. Happy Naadam, and hope to come back soon.
Okay. As you can see, there are a lot of gears around here at khuushuur. They are gear restaurants which sells khuushuur. Khuushuur is the most popular food during the Naadam. Mongolians say that the khuushuur of Naadam is special than the other times. So khuushuur is a Mongolian national traditional food which is made of mutton or beef and flour. So let's meet some of the khuushuur makers and the guests and ask about how does it taste and how much does it cost. So here we are at one of the khuushuur gear, and let's meet the main chef. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Elma.
Khuushuur is a Mongolian traditional food, but foreigners don't know much about it. Could you tell us about the recipe of khuushuur?
In order to make this round meat khuushuur, first mince the meat, then add seasonings such as thyme, salt and onion. After mashing the meat, you need to wrap it up with flour and roll the dough, then fry it.
What is the price of khuushuur around here and what's yours?
One khuushuur is 1,000 tugrik.
Could you say greetings of Naadam to our audience?
I wish everyone a great Naadam festival and great day.
So this is the khuushuur, and I'm going to try some of these. See, I've been tried so many khuushuur, but I really want to know, does the Naadam khuushuur taste different? So let's try. You know what? This really is. The Naadam khuushuur really is tastier than other times. So I will recommend you to try the Mongolian khuushuur, which is the main food of Naadam. Let's meet one of the Naadam goers and ask about how Naadam is going and their impressions about this year's Naadam.
Hello, hope everyone's having a great Naadam.
How do you celebrate Naadam each year, and what do you think about Naadam's khuushuur?
Every year I celebrate Naadam with my family and come here to support my brothers who are horse trainers. Also, we love to eat Naadam khuushuur. This year's khuushuur is very tasty. Naadam's khuushuur always tastes better than other days.
The horse training has been part of Mongolian tradition for thousands of years. And all over the country, there are hundreds of Mongolian horse trainers. So we meet one of them and ask about how to train horses in this year's Naadam. Could you introduce yourself?
I'm a horse trainer from Dirinsum, Dondra province, Khatambatar.
How many of your horses are racing this year?
2 3-year-old, 1 4-year-old horse, 1 stallion, so 4.
What are your achievements in the Naadam?
Last year my stallion came in 5th, and I also won Dondra province Naadam that year.
What are your thoughts in this year's Naadam in general?
Good. It's been rainy since yesterday, which is good for all of us herders.
What are the differences between racing in the rain and racing in the sun?
In the rain, horses don't tire out quickly. When there is a sun, it's the opposite of it.
So less fatigue.
Sure. In the heat, horses lose their energy so fast. So I prefer rain. But too much rain can be also a problem.
Could you tell us about the Mongolian horse training methods?
Generally speaking, horse training is all about year-round riding, like wrestlers and athletes.
Could you say greetings to our audience?
This year's Naadam is going well, and I wish everyone a good Naadam.
In Mongolian horse racing, child jockeys are the most important people. Mongolian children learn to ride horse since they are 2 or 3 years young. So here we are, there are young child jockeys here. What is your name?
My name is Migmar Saha. I'm a horse racing jockey. I'm the 7th grade and I'm 14 years old.
How long have you been a jockey?
I have been a jockey for 5 years.
What is your highest achievement?
2nd place in state Naadam is my biggest achievement. Also, I came in 2nd in last year's Dunjangarav race.
How do you feel when riding a racehorse in the Naadam?
It feels great because I love horses and I like to compete.
How many horses are you riding this year?
This year, I'm riding 5 horses.
This is the most exciting part of the Mongolian horse race. the finishing the crossing line. These horses just covered the distance of 13 to 14 kilometers and totally exhausted. But listen how the child jockeys are encouraging them with this beautiful song. This is why the Mongolian horse racing is exciting and beautiful. "800 years ago, Mongolians built one of the biggest empires in the world with the help of horse. And today, horse racing is one of the three mainly sports of Mongol Naadam festival. Horse culture has been always Mongolians' part of tradition, culture, identity, and values, and it will always will be. I am Bayırsa Hıngan Zörük at Huidodon Hodok, MNB World.